And I worked for the city of Cleveland for 23 years. And when we talk about, I first started off in safety, the Department of Safety, then I moved over to the Department of Health. And a couple of years ago, I resigned because politically, I was tired of conforming. I couldn't do it no more. It consumed me. So I was tired of conforming. And this is what we have to do. We have to be tired. We have to be sick and tired. Be sick and tired of it. This land that this is a wonderful place here. This is history here we're sitting in. Look at it. It belongs to us.
It's ours.
Are we gonna let them take it?
No.
What we gonna do? We're gonna solidify. We're gonna stop having our individual ideas. We're gonna be able to compromise with one another. I may not like your idea. You may not like my idea.
Consensus.
But we can compromise.
I use consensus.
Yes. And one last thing, then I'm gonna leave you guys alone. Our children are dependent on what we say right here in this room.
That's so true.
Let's don't lose them. We lost too many. Let's don't lose them. Don't give up on them. Don't do it. All right.
Chaun'drea, this room, as you see the name, I'd like to see Ichabod Food. They say that this man that you see on the wall, I remember going to his home over on Harkins, over about 90, about Crawford, and about 90 years they crossed together. And he had his room. His house was like these chairs.
Yeah.
If you came into his house, you'd have to walk through a trail like that. It wasn't like all that space. It was like this. It was just stuff stacked up. And eventually he had a spot over on Huff that he tried to use it for, just to keep everything in. And then eventually they gave him the library over on 86 and Huff. And that's where they housed the Black history for all of us. And he was supposed to have been one of those that was one of the first that started Black history. So I'm saying that to say to you, like you said, we supposed to be in another room, and she's the power. This is the room. This is the room.
That's his I'm talking about
all the stuff is here. All this was donated to this Ichabod Food collection right here.
That lets me know that our ancestors are with us right now.
There you go. Yeah, we got to always think about the ancestors. That's one of the things I'm going to do to help you. Is to always be mindful of your ancestors. Because without them, first. We pour libation every day first to them.
Yeah.
And then we do the other rituals that we got to do, and we keep it in line so we can stay strong. So
thank you.
Listen, before this meeting can end, Monday morning, they'll go in City Hall here, and that little ordinance, that investment group that's been investing and ripping and tearing things right out of our hands, they'll have some certificates for the community development and the zone and all of them to sign off of, and they gonna sign off of. We don't have time to waste.
None.
They gonna sign off of, they gonna give it to us. We don't have time to waste.
I just wanted to throw an idea out there, just in light of the conversation. Maybe we look at a two-tier strategy. One where we stay in the city, and then one where we take the suburb. Because I don't know. I think with our harnessing what we're working with, all things are possible. We can do it. But maybe that's something we should consider. So it's not an either or. We can have an and. We can have this and we can have that.
Yes.
So
that's a good. That's going to lead me to what I was going to talk about next. That's a good idea, but not a but. However, there's a little thing that is called socio-economic warfare.
Absolutely.
Does anybody know what socio-economic? Have you heard of the term? You heard the term? Woo. Have you heard the term?
Yes.
Okay. So through my studies, through my experience, especially watching the financial industry pick on people of color, I came up with the definition of socio-economic warfare as this: the systematic manipulation or destruction of social and economic normalities of a particular group of people or geographical location, to achieve economic and social superiority and mass control of wealth for the manipulator. Did we understand that?
Yes.
Did we get it?
One more again.
One more again. Social economic warfare is the systematic manipulation or destruction of social and economic normalities of a particular group of people or geographical location to achieve economic and social superiority and mass control of wealth for the manipulator. Does that sound accurate?
Yes.
Okay. So not that, if you think about books and literature and essays written on social economic warfare, we don't find it. And why don't we find it? Is because our oppressor is hiding it. So for instance, when we look at gentrification in East Cleveland, how many people knew that it was happening before they woke up and it was happening? That's, well, us that can see it. But those people that live in the East Cleveland neighborhood, us, who live, they didn't know about it until they were out on the street. They had nowhere to go.
It's not hard to know. All you have to do is read all that stuff in public record.
It's public.
We, as a people, are going to have to take responsibility for upkeeping our own education. If we don't, we're going to lose. I'm sorry, God.
Make that point.
You're right. It's public record. That's all I want to say.
You basically said there's no excuses.
No,
It is no excuse, but see, let's examine this piece. Because if you really look into social economic warfare and how it's constructed, how it's been used to oppress Black people, you can trace this all the way back to chattel slavery, can't you?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, and when most people don't, I can't say most people don't realize, but if you had, some people like to say, well, religion, they use that to enslave us. No, they didn't. What they did was they studied us. They studied our economic and trade.
Absolutely.
They studied how our men protected us. They studied how we built a family unit. They studied those things. This is a form of warfare that Black people were not, African people were not used to. They weren't used to that time. Many had come and gone, and they had fought wars, and they had fought battles to keep their land. But what that was just, oh, you said, oh, you did this to so-and-so, or did we, this is going to be an honorary killing of some sort. Something tribal is what they used to fight for. These serious violations to family, friends, or the overall group of people. That's what they used to fight about. But never had we come across these group of people, basically terrorists, who study and pray on the economic and social dynamics of a people before they pounce on them, and we were not prepared. And so that's the same thing we see happening in East Cleveland. We are not prepared. Even in Cleveland, our children, we are not prepared because we don't know what this is. And although it's not an excuse, the reality of it is this. We can easily see that this is what's happened because we can trace it back to slavery. We can tell this is what's happening. So in order for us to, I guess, kind of, and I didn't want to spend too much time on the problems that we have, but in order for us to